I remember, I feel like the day after that aired, for the rest of high school, all you heard was, Rick Jane, bitch! Like, you know, all the
fingers to the face!
Like,
Slap!
And everything, fuck your couch, you know, all this stuff. It just was immediately injected to the zeitgeist of high school.
Welcome to the Chip and Cern Show, the podcast about everything and nothing at the same time. They were possibly separated at birth, only to be rejoined to create the sweet sounds that will caress your deepest cochlea. The show is real, random, rant-filled, and ruthless. Please be warned that this show may hurt your feelings, offend your grandma, and even kick your dead dog in the balls. So get ready, and let's get this shit started.
This shit has started. I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
And you were listening to the Chip and Cern Show.
Yes, once again. Or possibly for the first time.
Well, Cerny, is episode number 400 today.
100.
Lord Almighty.
4 century marks.
I honestly, we don't keep track of this stuff. But I was just curious. I think one day we were talking and I was like, I wonder how many it's been because we hit our 7-year mark. We're going into 8 this year.
Oh, baby.
So I got thinking, I'm like, I just did the old back of the napkin math, which I do. Are you a fan of the back of the napkin math?
Yeah.
Just a little quick something. It doesn't need to be perfect, but it gets you in the right area. I love that shit. Anyway. I was thinking,
get you in the right area, but then you use it as gospel.
Yeah, but then you just fucking put that all around. Absolutely, hammer it up around. It's like, okay, 7 times 50 episodes. I'm like, so 350. Okay, I'm like, oh, we're getting up there, you know, kind of thing. But episode 400 today, it has been, and we say this every week. It's nothing but fun every time for 400 fucking weeks in a row, pretty much.
400 weeks in a row.
I can't think of anything else that I've done 400 weeks in a row. So to take a dump.
There you go.
Plane, things like that. But I did get I'm gonna
I was thinking it was like I was trying to think of things 400 weeks in a row. It's like whack it. I mean, one of our many topics.
One of our crutches. Should we touch on all the crutches today on the episode 400?
It's almost like when you know a sitcom is like running out of shit when they start doing the flashback.
That's probably what our listeners are feeling like. Oh boy, here they go.
They're going to go with the baseball next. Now they're going to clown on Joe.
Well, Cerny, I just happened to have Rotten Tomatoes pulled up here. Let's talk about a couple movies. But speaking of movies, you saw the Meg 2 last week, and maybe one of the biggest Cerny Slets and Chipmunks that I know, my wife, was very positive feedback on the entire episode. She says, I demand more Cerny movie reviews.
Oh, man. Okay.
And we work in the same room. I know she's my wife, so she's very biased, and she's known us for she's known us the same amount of time. So you might as well be her fucking sister wife or whatever. Whatever it's called. And it's just she just knows she enjoys our humor, and it's just too easy. She was literally laughing so loud. I was like, I'd be like, I'm on a meeting. Can you fucking bring it down? Take it to another room, lady. But so yeah. So she enjoyed it. So I mean,
my disgust with the Meg 2.
Yeah, I was on someone was saying at work, like, oh, the movie theaters record AMC profits this summer kind of shit. Oh, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I think it was that new shark movie, the Meg 2. Just like that. And fucking some people were like, I don't think this guy pays attention to Barbieheimer. Meg 2, pulling in the big hits.
Now, yesterday I was informed. Jeffrey came out. I was like, Dad, I said, what's going on? He's like, have you seen the trailer to the new Godzilla King Kong? I was like, I have not. He's like,
You mean that wasn't
looks-
at like the top of your to-do list for the day?
no, I didn't even.
Was it
like,
even on your
I-
radar that the movie was coming?
No, it's actually not until it doesn't come out till 2024.
Okay.
So really not on my radar.
Yeah.
But I was like, I have not. And he's like, oh, looks so cool. It's with Kong X. And then my retort was, the fuck is that? You don't know what Kong X is? I said, hence the question. Right?
King Kong, the giant gorilla. Now, Peter Jackson did a King Kong with Jack Black in it.
Oh.
That was a length.
And Adrian Brody.
I'm doing it at Rotten Tomatoes.
Naomi Watts? Okay, so I want to say that one is...
Is it just called Kong?
I think so.
Naomi Watts, Jack Black, 2005.
Okay, I'm going to say 76.
Tomato meter, audience score.
Tomato meter.
Tomato meters coming in at an 84.
Oh, audience 52.
50.
Yeah, it's long. I remember my dad.
3
so
hours, 7 minutes.
You want to hear some great movie
Yes.
critiques? It's coming from my dad.
Oh.
He's like, first out, that piece of shit was way too long. And when she was dancing with Kong on the ice, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. It lost me. I said, yeah. Yeah. He's like, why? Why do we need those scenes? I was like, I don't know. I mean, don't ask me.
It's
Don't
like
ask
they're
me.
trying to check a box or hit some sort of formula, and it just misses the mark most of the time. For us.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And he's like, I get it if you're running at 90 minutes, but not an hour 90. You know, what the fuck? You don't need those extra sheets.
That scene should have been like fucking like clip one on the cutting room floor of like, oh, we're coming in a little hot. We need to trim some time. Take out the fucking ice skating scene. How about that? You know, there's 2 minutes you could save right there. That should have been the first fucking thing on the on the cutting room floor there. But
I don't think there was. They may have just in an effort to save money. The editing department was just cut for that.
Oh, yeah, maybe
they just fucking ran a long script.
They
Go
tried-
for it.
full creative and edited. They're fuck it, let's do it live. Said Peter Jackson. He's gonna one take that shit. He's gonna go Hitchcock on that. How many? We used to know this, Cerny. We're a couple of film buffs. How many one take movies are there?
What,
One shot film,
oh,
single
God.
take.
I don't know.
Oh man. Okay,
One?
let's see.
Two.
There's a lot of them. Holy shit. There's one came out this year, 4 came out last year. I haven't heard of them. Let me. Well, there's a movie called. No, that doesn't sound familiar. Oh, there's a movie. Oh my God. A British experimental protest film that was produced, directed, and shot by Charlie Shackleton called Paint Drying. No joke. Runtime 607 minutes. He was pissed off. All right, Macbeth in 1982 is 57 minutes, and it's just one. But that's kind of like, did they just film the
Just
stage?
recording a play? I mean, I can go
Yeah.
to the camcorder and record a play in one shot.
It's like, oh yeah, just fucking
Steadicam.
Steadicam that shit. Throw it up on a tripod. See what happens.
Oh, you know what? You like this, actually. You got me off topic here, but
That's the name
so
of the
this
game.
last weekend, I was in, the wife's store helping her move stuff in.
Hold-
loading it.
I hate to interrupt the story. I sent some possible merchandise suggestions for her about a certain Halloween mat that had some. She got the hose in the house, in the house, and you were to forward along to the suggestion department. How was it taken? My suggestion.
With an eye roll, and said,
I knew it.
I think she thought I was behind it too.
Oh,
'Cause
I mean,
was
you kind of were.
confused. I know. I had forgotten, and I was confused I was like, "What the fuck?" Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Come on, we can do that.
Yeah, easy. Okay, so you went up to the store. Thank you for my tangent.
Moving some stuff around because that's what I'm there for.
Yep.
I can't lift
Fucking
this, so,
donkey.
I gotta lift it. Yeah, basically. So there's somebody who works there, and she also teaches. She's like, "Oh yeah, I teach at Sac State," and I was like, "Oh, you teach at Sac State?" I was like, "Oh, what do you teach?" She said, "Humanities," and I was like, she's like, the the classes that everyone kind of takes. I said, I'm well aware of that. I said, my friend and I, we took this movie class. She's like, oh, with who? I said, I can't remember her name. Real big Josh Whedon fan. She, oh, yeah, I know who that is. She actually was part of my department. And I was like, oh.
Oh, she's department head now.
Or she was.
Or
and
she
then
was.
she's something else. I was like, okay, well, don't listen to the Chip and Stern show.
Yeah.
There's an episode where we just bash her for, oh, she's really nice. It's like, no, that's not what I remember.
Unless you don't like Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah.
Or what was that other?
Firefly.
Troy, Firefly, Michael. What was that other one?
I forgot.
Lucifer. What was it? Was a Buffy the Vampire spinoff with the dude.
Angel? No.
Angel. Is
Angel,
it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Dark Angel? Or something?
Darkest, some shit anyway. It's just, yeah.
I was like, oh, shit.
Oh, man. Yeah, but, and then we have some very serious allegations on the baseball front. I know you're a fan of Chris Hansen.
I am a super fan.
And I do think this is kind of what you might call a fastball down the middle for him on this baseball.
Teeing it up for him.
Right here. So he's on the Devil Rays, or the Rays as they're more commonly referred to now. Wander Franco, 22-year-old phenom. He's a phenom, just landed
like
a huge
best player. Yeah, he's got to be their best player. Just signed like a 12-year, I want to say $182 million contract.
Fat cash. And he's doing really well for himself. There have been some allegations against him that he is grooming underage girls. One in particular, what was the age that 14?
Yeah, 14, that's right.
Oof. So these are allegations. This is, but there are photos of them together. He is kissing her on the cheek, and they're being very friendly.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean
chain on.
Yeah. Oh, okay. He's got the chain.
Yeah, number 5. That's his number.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And at first I was like, what? I was like, no. But now it's like, okay. And it was funny because I saw the same things where it's like, oh, she has a kid. There's no way this girl's 14. So then I was like, well, maybe. Well, let me see who posted that. Oh, this guy's a Rays fan. Okay, so maybe he's a little sick. Now, he had his name was like Super Ray or some shit. Yeah. Like it was like Ray of Sunshine, some one of those things. I was like, oh, okay, hold on.
He's just an apologist, but
I want to hear this from a Yankee fan.
Yeah, I want a clear-headed take on this thing, but it sort of puts people into these two camps immediately. Like there's no, you have to be fucking kill him with fire, hang his ass. Yeah, he's the worst thing ever, and then 2, bitches be lying. Like these are the two.
The American justice system, innocent until proven guilty is out the fucking window. Either you're innocent or you're guilty. There's no trial.
It's not even not innocent until proven guilty is not even fucking considered on Twitter or X or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I know. Called. That's why if I ever have to go stand trial, I don't want a trial of my peers. I've seen how they behave.
Yes,
and I don't trust a fucking thing that they do.
Yeah, give me a corrupt judge. So you have the bitches be lying camp who say, oh, she's got a picture with a kid. Even if that's true, she still could be 14. And it doesn't, no one should be getting groomed.
It's in the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, in the DR. 2, she has alcohol in her hand and she's sitting in a car. I'm like, oh yeah, because 14-year-olds certainly can't get access to fucking booze.
Yeah, I never. I didn't taste alcohol. Didn't touch my lips still.
Yeah, like
age 21,
and she can't sit in a car, so it's like a little flimsy.
I know. She can't enter a car unless she's over 18.
I personally have seen the photos that got taken down because she posted it and it was in Spanish or something, and basically like, I'm not going to let him do this to other girls like he's done to me, blah blah blah, and then it was taken down. Obviously, kind of. When this whole thing blew up, I looked at the photos. In my opinion, she looks pretty young. Yeah. If I was 22 and I would not be hanging out with 14-year-olds.
No, that's what I said. Either way, even if he's innocent, he may need a new crowd.
Yeah.
But if he is guilty, this is part of my Chris Hansen fandom.
Yeah.
what fascinates me is these people, some of the Predators that I, now on the podcast, but when we used to watch on Dateline, I get. I mean, not that it's okay, but when I saw them, I was like, okay, this guy's a sad sack of shit.
Yeah.
But there's others that really fascinate me, like a doctor, or now, let's just say a baseball. Well, the baseball player, the guy that pitched for the Pirates, was it last year or year before, got in trouble for it.
Oh,
He's
really?
in jail. Yeah.
Damn, Jared from Subway.
Yeah, it's like, that's what really, it's like, what is it at that point in time? I mean, Wander Franco is probably the best baseball player. He's in the top 5 at the moment.
Yeah.
He could, in theory, just walk into a bar and just say, my place. And they'd be like,
Yeah. Seemed to have his pick of whatever. He's 22. Yeah. He's a good-looking guy. He's a multimillionaire. He's a star athlete. You feel like he could probably get any woman he wanted.
Anybody. I mean, maybe not,
woman.
Obviously.
Woman. Adult woman. Well,
yeah. Anybody over 18. Let's just say that.
But
it's
I mean,
weird. It's just weird. It's like, why?
It's just you can't understand how. So you kind of can get someone. You're like, oh, okay, they're a loner and they're
just looking. Maybe
they're just looking.
They just get shot down left and right, and this is where they can kind of score.
Yeah, and not that they're being.
Not that I'm justifying. I'm just saying that I can understand logically.
You sort of empathize
why they've taken this route. But then there's the other side of the coin where I cannot fathom what the fuck is going on.
Well, John Boy, one of our favorite baseball sources these days, put out a video, and apparently there's. So now I saw the update from Passan that he said the DR is investigating him. There's a whole child protection thing. There's a second investigation going with another girl that that she's filing against him. And then there's something that he's suing somebody else, another minor, 17-year-old or something. So
it's like,
again,
dude,
innocent until proven guilty.
Junior high and high school. Just go to college. Just go to the colleges.
Go to college. But yeah, the unfortunate situation all around. Obviously, somebody is going to get in big trouble.
The way I had saw it was great because Joe was over on that. It was a Sunday, right? Yes, Joe was over, and he had left. So we were talking cards or whatever. So because we went to the card stop, that's where Jeffrey scored his big card that he was looking for.
What's the Charizard something that he got?
Crystal Charizard or something. It was like the number 1 card in the set. And he was telling me that's the one he wants to get, and I thought, good luck, because they post like TCG. I follow them on Instagram. Okay. They posted the odds 1 in 216.
Was the guy at the shop like, "Hey, I'll give you X amount of dollars for that right now"?
He ripped it when he got home. I sent it to the guy. I said, "Hey, by the way," he's like, "Oh, dude, we'll take that any day of the week." He's pretty cool about. He gave Jeffrey a couple extra free packs, because it's all about the kids and stuff like that. What he said.
That's good.
So, but we're talking cards. So, like something pops up in my Instagram reels. Obviously, you're talking it, you're looking it up and shit. And it was like this guy that's like me after I just sent 100 of my best Wander Franco cards to be graded. Open up Twitter, fuck! And I was like, what the hell? I was like,
did he get injured or something?
Well, I thought, did they get lost or something? I was like, that's kind of weird. So I scrolled to the next video. The same thing. I was like, all you people hold Wander Franco cards. You guys are fucked. I was like, what the hell did he do? Okay. I was like, oh, he froze. I was like, oh, he's yellow. Oh, he's offline. I was like, shit.
It's all going down. It's all going down, but we're back. We're back now. We have internet kerfuffles. Fucking my fiber optics let me down. God damn it. God damn it.
The server.
So you were...
the port server is burned.
During work today as well, which... I mean, honestly, was just like I can't work under these conditions. I went to a coffee shop. The sort of like the cool thing to do when you working from home was like a fun thing on a Friday. Like, go to the coffee shop, get a fucking iced coffee for myself, like get some emails going, a little horsing around, little lollygagging, things like that. But I actually had to do fucking serious, like I was doing work in there.
Oh, I mean, I tested the limits of my computer. I had like, I don't know how many Excel files, and they were large ones. And it was like, I hear the thing.
You can hear,
like, oh shit.
Boy. Just, and when you touch it, it gets really hot.
Yeah.
You know you're doing serious work when that's happening. But we were talking about the allegations against Wander Franco. So Joe was over, and you got current on your reels, and then all of a sudden you sort of realized you
I had
put
to
it
look
together.
it up. I was like, what the hell's going on? I was like, oh
Yeah.
my God. No way.
Fuck it. I guess it kind of came out a couple days earlier before it blew up, and he was like commenting on it on like Instagram Live or something. John Boy.
Oh
was
yeah,
saying.
what was the guy in the background? Siri.
Is this your immaculate grid? Is your immaculate grid skills going to come in here?
His last name's Siri. I don't know. I forget his first name. Basically saying, "Bitch is trying to get money" or whatever it was, kind of a thing. And I was like, oh, okay, but I didn't know that, But I was kind of laughing at the situation of from the perspective of the Rays PR person that had the Wander Franco hat
case assignment.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
a hat for everyone 14 and under. And then the news breaks on that day. You're like, what the fucking odds?
How could it happen? It's like for kids 14 and under. It's like the Wander Franco signature hat.
Yeah, I mean, it was a cool looking hat. I mean, I was like, I'll support that bad boy. But
oh man, so I again, these are my personal feelings. I think he's hanging out. He's hanging out with the wrong type of crowd. He needs to move on. If all these things, if it's true, fucking throw the book at him.
He was benched earlier this season for having a shitty attitude. For whatever he was going through a little bit of a slump. He was having kind of a shitty attitude. I think Randy Arozarena and him got
they had a
little kerfuffle in the dugout, and he got benched. So basically, kind of like he needs to mature up a little bit.
Yeah, time to grow up.
Yeah,
and
so
you're more than ways than one. But
yeah, now you really need to mature up.
Yeah. So, I mean, I certainly hope he's not doing that to young girls, and I hope everyone's
I hope they're false.
obviously, and but it seems the MLB is taking it very seriously. It seems like the government's taking it very seriously in the Dominican Republic. So hopefully we will, we'll know more soon. I suppose.
Yeah, have some clarity.
Yeah. But also, it was interesting as well is that obviously the MLB is their own thing. They can do worse or less punishments. They don't have to listen to what the government says, kind of like in the Trevor Bauer situation of like, hey, he got off. There was no, anyway, it seemed in whatever, it blew over more or less, or no official charges came from the police investigation, but the MLB, Major League Baseball, was like, you're still fucking gone.
Yeah, we've seen it
basically. Enough. Yeah. So are they going to try to send a message? I don't know.
All right, it's kind of, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just because if Manfred isn't exactly the strongest leader. No. So I don't know where he sits.
I think he probably definitely sits on you can't be grooming 14-year-olds. I think he's probably sitting against that, yes. But yeah. So, okay, we've covered Rotten Tomatoes, the latest current media scandal. What else is we have any follow-ups on the Lizzo? Remember the Lizzo banana?
I think she was taken off of
the Super Bowl.
Yep, hit list or whatever it is.
Oh, the short list or whatever.
Yeah. So okay. I think they're
now. She put a statement out the next day. Did you read the? I read what she said because I follow her.
I don't follow her, so I did not.
This is obviously paraphrasing. Nowhere in there did I see any denial of said allegations. But if you deny, you're acknowledging it and that kind of thing. So I'm sure she probably wrote something out, and then hopefully she had somebody throw an eyeball on it.
I'm sure she has a PR person.
Yeah, totally. And yeah, it was very. She was, staunchly opposed to all the allegations.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
And she finished. She said, "I don't even like bananas." That was the last sentence, and I was like, "That's really poor taste." Lizzo. I'm like, wait a second, hold the phone here. What happened? What happened? But yeah, so that's another kind of deny till you die sort of thing. I feel like is coming out there. These people will be compensated, I'm sure, financially, and
yeah,
she's already
settled.
I think it's kind of already settled out of court. NDAs all around, but it's already out of the news cycle. I feel like.
Yeah, I think Juan Franco has said, slide aside, Lizzo. I got this.
Absolutely. But again, the Lizzo thing's like, oh, these people are after their money, and it's just we're so divided. It's like everything you got to be on team A or B. It's black and white. There's no,
and I think that goes with social media in general.
Yeah,
because you have your groups, and you're gonna stick with your group, your like-minded group. Or you know what? You could just let it play out, and then I'll make a decision when it's all done.
Is it possible to reserve judgment?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I can sit there and say, "Hey, I said before, you know what? I can see it happening."
Yeah,
just like it was with Ellen. But I'll wait until before I actually before I put my gavel down. Stern's gavel is still in the air.
Before you pick a side, you're going to let it play out. You're going to let
I'm leaning one way,
but
that's okay. But my gavel's still in the air. Has not hit the desk yet.
Now we'll transition smoothly right to the next topic. We've covered our two pop culture segment over. Thanks for listening. Episode 400 here at Chip and Cern Show. We're hitting on all parts today.
Hitting everything.
I'm a lurker on Reddit. Do you go on Reddit and poke around there?
Send me stuff.
Okay. Well, anyway, I was on there and I came across, they have like, you could follow different subreddits, which are basically it's like a big forum essentially. Yeah. So if you want to go on, and there's a baseball one, there's a Giants one. It's super. If you're into anything, there's a fucking subreddit for it. So you can go, hash it up with, with everything. I came across the Dave Chappelle, Rick James skit because it came up on like there's a funny Reddit or whatever. And I watched this thing and I was fucking cracking up the whole time still, but it was just, I feel like the day after that aired, for the rest of high school, all you heard was Rick James, bitch, like all the
fingers to the face, like, slap,
and everything. Fuck your couch, all this stuff. It just was immediately injected to the zeitgeist of high school.
I still use it today when it cold-blooded. I still do that when something's fucked up.
And Charlie Murphy had a great line in there, rip. But he's like, right. He was a habitual line stepper.
Yep.
I'm like, that's a great fucking turn of phrase there. I'm gonna borrow that one. But and the craziest thing is that I forgot, but like Rick James was there.
That was like the last thing he did. Yeah. That's one of the last fucking things he did before he died.
And and he's like, cocaine's a hell of a drug.
I like the part where he's like, I didn't just jump on his couch and wipe my feet all over it. I got more sense than that. Yeah, I remember jumping on his couch. Like, what the fuck?
Okay. Here's a little bit more on Rick James. His decline was in 1989. His 11th album, Kickin', was released only in the UK. Oh man. Oh boy, you're when you're pigeonholed into the UK and you're a hip hop artist, that's got to be a little bit tough.
You're not a Beatle.
Yeah. If your name's not fucking John Paul or Ringo, or John Paul, Ringo, or George. Yeah. Okay, MC Hammer released his hit signature "You Can't Touch This," which had a prominent opening riff sampling Super Freak. So James got a co-write on that. Okay, Resurgence, Chappelle Show, 2004. He participated in the comedy sketch, the Charlie Murphy's True Hollywood Stories. There we go. He enjoyed a career revival after his appearance on the show. He supported a few people on their tour. In 2004, his last public appearance was the 4th annual BET Awards.
4th annual? That was wow.
Yeah. Okay. And then how did he
Heart
how did
attack.
he perish?
I think it was like natural causes or some shit like that.
Oh
but-
yeah. Okay. Yep. Found dead. Pulmonary failure and cardiac failure associated with various health conditions, diabetes, a stroke, pacemaker, or heart attack. Okay. He also had Xanax, diazepam, Wellbutrin, Clarex, hydrocodone, digoxin,
Yeah, quite
methamphetamine, and cocaine in his blood.
yeah, quite the cocktail going on.
Yeah, that was quite
With
the
a
thing.
pacemaker? Good God.
Yeah, plus a pacemaker. You're really fucking putting that
You
thing
live
on.
on the edge every day.
The coroner stated that none of these drugs or drug combinations were found to be at levels that were life-threatening in and of themselves.
Of themselves, but I mean, he's got a cocktail
Okay.
with a pacemaker.
Yeah, it's just it's a bunch. Yeah, it's a lot. So, man, imagine taking a fistful of that pills and you're like, you know what? I think a couple lines should get me in the right way, and I'm gonna snort up.
Xanax and cocaine.
He's swerving every fucking which way from Sunday with that cocktail.
He's doing the John Belushi, the ultimate speedball.
Dude, that pacemaker was on fucking doing the real work there. That was mercy me. Oh my word. But that skit and the Chappelle Show in general was just so, I don't know, ahead of its time is like such a cliche fucking thing to say, but it was in a league of its own.
Yeah, because it was like it just pushed the line of like what, because it's on Comedy Central, so it was like what you can watch on TV.
Yeah. I mean, he was like the race stuff that he was doing was just
the race
crazy.
draft. That was
the
with
race draft.
Bill Burr. Bill Burr is one of the
Bill
announcers.
Burr in there. And then he did, I mean, the one where the black guy was in the KKK, was in the Klan.
Oh yeah. I can't remember the name he used, but yeah.
Oh my God. Just some of these were just,
I mean, Rashida Jones was in that one.
Wow.
So I saw when I first saw it, I was like, what the fuck? Is that Rashida Jones? Like a 24-year-old Rashida Jones?
Wow. Nice.
I was like, what the hell? I didn't know she was in Dave Chappelle, the Chappelle Show. Joe Rogan, obviously.
Joe Rogan made it with hair.
Yeah, with hair.
And not all his,
or he was carrying around the box with New York boobs.
Oh, yeah. You got great New York boobs. He had like the big blue, like #1 dog pageant ribbon, and he just put it on some. Yeah. And it wasn't even like, it would be like the 60-year-old chick that had just like huge, just fucking saggy titties.
And he was like, remember that big guy? What the fuck is this?
So good. And what was the one, like the family swap? Remember when that was like a reality show? And then
some of the stuff is like I forget like that was a thing until I saw the Chappelle Show when I was watching. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot they had some stupid shit like this on.
Remember the guy's like smoking he's ripping a heater in bed. He's like, go on and fucking cook me some grits. Give me put some grits on the stove. It's just so funny. He absolutely, and then I know he's told the kind of story, but he had the big contract, and then has he ever kind of said what he just sort of went crazy?
I don't think he went crazy. It was like he was having a problem because he used the N-word, obviously, and he still does, but it was being interpreted like, people were like, yeah, I like, and he was like having a problem with it, and it was just like, and I think he was having a battle with
Comedy Central about it,
because they had the big contract, but he was actually worth more, but they were just so it was a whole. I'm sure he had some personal, he was just like, fuck it.
I mean, like I would have to imagine being catapult to peak comedy peak of the comedy world, within a year or two, is probably it's insane. Like,
because he
it's
was
probably
around.
gotta
I
be-
mean, I used to watch. What was that movie? Half Baked.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
with Jim Brewer.
Yeah, he was in that one. I mean, he was probably like
Yeah.
25 years old or whatever. So I mean,
Yeah,
he kind of floated around, but that show really, put him on the map.
On the map for sure. Yeah, and Chappelle Show, woo, and the guy was playing like the thing. Yeah, that was good. And now he's every Netflix special seems to be a controversy. So Netflix is
I don't think he cares.
eating it up, I'm sure. I don't think he cares. Again, how much do you think he's probably making? Hundreds of millions.
Oh yeah, I mean, if it was me, I mean, I would just. It was just like we had the the big Mega Millions like a week ago,
Mhm.
2 weeks ago. So my rule is when we're talking about $1 billion, I'll throw my name in the hat for I'll throw my
Yeah,
name in the hat
just for good measure.
I'm not ripping off a 20. I think I put $4 down. 2 lines. That's all I put down.
Yeah, that's good. And it's $2 now.
Yeah. So you always try to then you try to fantasize what you're gonna do with it.
Oh
So,
yeah.
I said I cashing out and I'm out with like the night.
Probably from a statistical, you probably have a better chance of like banging Taylor Swift or something than hitting.
Ooh, I like those odds. No.
So you're telling me there's a chance. But I mean, it would be because they don't let you. They try to, when you claim it, that's a whole thing, right? You just can't. You can't do it under.
In California, it's like, as I looked this up because I was interested in it. California, you cannot be anonymous. Now you can do it. You can set yourself up as like an LLC or some sort of corporation, and then claim it as that. So then your name would be
But
withheld.
the sluice will get you.
Yeah.
But it just is going to ruin it because everyone, besides immediately quitting your job.
I always think, I was like, how would I do it? I just
Yeah.
disappear
Just fucking go AWOL, dude.
and just collect a check for as long as I can
Yeah.
with them. Like, oh yeah,
See
by
what
the way.
But yeah, I mean, as soon as your name gets out, half the high school is going to try to get a hold of you.
Yeah, what up? I haven't talked to you so
Yeah,
long.
what's
It's
up?
pretty
Oh,
good.
man, hey. So, yeah, you'd have to. It feels like you probably couldn't live a normal. You couldn't live in your. You'd have to move. Yeah, you'd have to go like some Iowa farm town or
Oh,
something.
it's
But that's no way to live either.
No.
No way to live. But anyway, these are problems we like.
I like the news is like 1.5 billion. You would only going to cash out at like 900 million. I'm like, oh, only. I'll fucking take that.
Do you and then you ask your wife or your kids and they're like, oh, a new car. I'm like, that you wouldn't even notice if your bank account was 900 million, you wouldn't even notice 100,000 even being gone of it. It's like you would barely.
No, not even.
You wouldn't even notice. So many fucking zeros. Yeah.
Like when I was talking to my wife about goddamn Jeff Bezos and how much
Yes.
money they have. I said this is what separates them. This is for me. This is probably why they have that kind of money. Because if I even sniffed anywhere close to that,
A fraction.
I would cash out.
Yep.
And I said, you can't spend that money in your lifetime. I said, you can't. 180 billion or whatever the fuck he's worth. I said, you could never spend it.
No.
I said, I would sure as fuck try. Oh, do you believe me? I would
You'd be
try.
stimulating the economy. But yeah, I mean, and this is, obviously this is like Bernie Sanders. We're feeling the burn now these days, but
Always.
no one needs that. That is an egregious amount of money, and for one person to have, it's for no reason.
Yeah.
That benefits one single. Like, I don't get why these people. Why can't he go? Hey, I'm going to do $1 billion. What problem can I solve?
Yeah.
We need to get rid of fucking mosquitoes from killing little kids in foreign country. Boom, nuke the mosquitoes. do something. Fix Flint, Michigan water. Like if they started doing these, like, oh, we're fixing this thing, we're going to end
Real,
homelessness.
philanthropy, yeah.
Yeah, some shit like that. Then we'd be like, oh yeah, Bill, and like, you know, oh, we're cool with you
they're
guys.
good.
You guys, you know, you fixed homelessness and, you know, the Bay Area or something. Which every problem has a price on it. But I wonder, is it like what do you think drives them to
ego.
just ego, hubris?
I gotta have, and now that it's like, you know, Elon's closed, and you know they're all, you know, racing.
It's a dick contest
I gotta have more.
at the end of the day.
I gotta be the best.
Yeah.
For me, be like, I'm good.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Musk, he somehow has made people cheer for Mark Zuckerberg, which I never thought fucking Zuck was evil tech head number one.
Yeah, I know. He was the
And now
he was the OG. He was
the OG.
He was public enemy number one.
Yes, he was. All of a sudden, Musk is making him, everyone go, Zuck, Zuck, Zuck at the party, like, yeah, Zuck, Zuck, Zuck. So apparently, again, I'm not on X or Twitter or whatever, so this whole thing passed me by, but I check into the news and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There were some tweets back and forth about them basically saying, well, why don't we have a MMA fight? I don't know who started it. I don't think
know
Zuck
either,
would
'cause I
have.
know. You're right. So
I would guess it would be, if I had to guess, I would guess Musk probably was fucking popping off, and Zuck's like, okay, let's do it, but he's going to put a charity thing on it or something like that.
yeah,
And so then somehow the news starts writing about this, and they're like, Zuckerberg actually is a trained fucking fighter. Like he trained, like they showed a picture. He's got like a 6-pack. He
I know. I saw
fights at a
that.
dojo and all this shit. You know, he's serious.
I actually found out about this fight. I think it was on Instagram. I was going through some reels.
Okay.
And someone was like, "What's our world coming to? Where we're excited for these two fucks to fight?" I was like, "What?" And, you know, the same thing. I was like, "What? Oh, they're fighting?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "But he's yoked." And I'm like, "The hell's going on?"
You're like, is this a simulation that we're living in? And isn't Zuck like 35 and Musk is like 55 or there's some 10
and of
different
course they
gaps.
use like his picture where he's, you know, he's on the boat or whatever. But he's all
Oh
fat
yeah,
and
he's
shit.
he's not looking very trim.
No.
And so now it's and as predicted, Musk is like fucking weaseling out of it. Except he's doing the Trump thing. He's like, oh well,
The grifters.
he starts
Dude, the
trying
grifters.
he's grifted. He's like, oh well, let's do it in your backyard. I'll come to your house and then we'll live stream it on X. So now he's like, oh, change of venue. Like, oh, at first it was like, oh, Dana White in Las Vegas for charity. And now he's like, oh, well, actually, let's live stream it from the backyard. I'm going to come to your house. And then Zuck now has said, I've told him the time and the place. We have Dana White on board. We have it. You told me now you need to go to the doctor. Oh, you need to start training, all this,
Surgery and all
like
that
the
shit,
surgery, all this shit. He goes, I'm not going to waste any more time on this. I'm only going to take the sport seriously. And then Musk didn't respond for a couple days, and then I guess he said something like he was test driving a car around to Zuck's house to try to fight him in his backyard. I'm like,
He must have.
Yeah,
He must have swiped Trump's playbook.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, it doesn't. That's not going to happen.
The
as
grifters.
predicted.
The grifters manual.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Which is not paying off for Trump. He has his record-setting 4th indictment dropped a few days ago.
I did
so.
see that. Along with a couple of other buddies.
Yeah, 8 or something. Yeah, Giuliani is. It's not looking very good for that guy.
Giuliani.
Again, an incredible. If you would have said after, you talked to me on October 11th, 2001, so a month after 9/11, Giuliani.
He was riding high.
Wasn't he America's mayor? All this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And now he's being thrown in jail. Like what? It's insane.
He was the man that went after the mob and all that shit.
Yes.
Remember? He was from the original. Like he was the attorney general, I believe,
Yeah.
when they were taking
On
out
Rico, for
yeah,
Rico cases
yeah,
and
taking
stuff.
out John Gotti and all that shit.
Now he has a RICO case on himself.
Yeah, he's undone by his own doing.
And he's in that Borat movie.
Oh yeah,
Too.
yeah, it's unbuttoned
That-
his pants.
Yeah, that was, I'm under no illusions that might have been edited for a little bit of, for show.
Yeah,
But again, do you really need to be putting yourself in these type of situations?
no. And what were you doing? Whatever.
Yeah. Anyway. CERN, do we miss anything for episode 400?
Not that
We
I can
haven't
think of.
we haven't beat up on Joe, but that's okay.
That's okay. We'll leave him alone.
He's good. Yeah. He's we thought about booking him, but Cerny thought we'd have a better chance of
Winning the
hitting
lottery.
that lottery, which is probably not wrong. He's probably not wrong. But yeah. Episode 400 in the books.
In the books.
We even dealt with some Wi-Fi shit, but we made it happen.
The usual.
for
So
us.
we got the full gamut.
We got
Chip and
the
Stern.
full gamut of Chip and Stern show crutches, and we would be remiss to not plug the free hats that we're trying to give away. Just send us an email.
Chip and Stern Show at gmail.com.
There you go.
400th episode special. And
It's a special, one time only special free hats. Send us the email chipandsternshow at gmail.com. We'll make it happen for you. But if you listen to one episode or 400, God bless you. I don't really know what to say to you, but thanks. And I guess we'll do another 400.
There we go.
There we go. Till next time, I'm Chip.
I'm certain.
Cheers.